Hi everyone. I'm just putting down the EVP recorder. So tonight we have George. I have had George for a very long time. I'm actually just going to move this because I feel like with the lights it doesn't really show. I've had George for a very long time, and I feel like it is the spirit of a child. And so I have put out some toys, and I put the blinky balls near the toys. That way, if he wants to play with any of these things, he can. And George has a very, very playful spirit, a playful energy, I'm sorry. Very sweet, very kind. I'm not a medium, so I can't talk directly to them, but I am an empath. And so I can definitely feel their energy. And whenever you come across a child, it can be a very hyper type playful energy, and that's the energy that I get when I'm around George. And so we will find out today if George is actually a child. I believe that he is. I don't know if he is a little boy or a little girl. He may be an adult that has a childlike energy, and I could be completely wrong about the age. So we are going to find out today. Either way, George is just so incredibly sweet. And so I'm looking forward to talking with him today, him or her, and finding out some great things about George that, we can get to know him a little bit better. So with that being said, I'm going to go through all of the tools with you, George. That way you know how they work. Because I didn't know if you were a little boy or a little girl, I put out toys that could be for both, or, it doesn't matter really. I mean, there's no such thing as boy toys and girl toys. So it's pretty universal. Toys are universal. So we have a couple of dinosaurs. We have Nala from the Lion King over here. We have a ball over there that has glitter inside. You can play with any of these things. These balls right here, the little circular clear ones, and there's one on the other side next to the other dinosaur, these are blinky balls. And so if you touch them, when you play with them, they'll blink and they'll light up different colors. This right here is the EMF detector. I've already seen this go off a couple of times. Yes. So this is the EMF detector. So if you go next to it, you touch it, anything like that, the lights will light up. Then that little red dot behind you, behind your vessel, that is an EVP recorder. So if you talk into it as loud as you possibly can, when I listen to the recording later, I will be able to hear you. And so when I ask the questions, if you can respond into that recorder, talking as loud as possible so I can hear you, I'll be able to get your answers. Over there on that table, back there with all the candles, we have a circular disc. It's a white circular disc. It is a motion sensor. And if you stand next to it, touch it, do anything with it, it will light up. And it will let me know that you're over there. We also have a flashlight over there. It's the long black flashlight. And you can turn that on and off by just twisting the top of the flashlight. And so that will also let me know that you're here. And, if you wanted to answer yes/no questions, like, are you happy here? Or questions like that that have a yes or no answer, you can always pick one. Light on for yes, light off for no. And you can communicate through the flashlight as well. And then I have the spirit box, which we will use later. It's very loud, but if you talk as loudly as you can through it, then I'll be able to hear you through that as well. So I am going to start asking my questions, and then we can go from there. So George, can you please tell me what your actual name is? old are you? What year did you pass away? Where did you live when you were alive? Is there anything that you would like to tell me about your passing? Are you a child? If you are a child, are you a little boy? Are you a little girl? Are you an adult? If you are an adult, are you a man? Are you a woman? When you passed, what was the first thing you saw? Did someone greet you when you crossed over? If someone greeted you, who was it? Do you interact with the other spirits here? Do you interact with the cats? Is there anything you would like to say? Now, George, I put all of these toys out here for you so you can play with them if you want. Don't be shy. You can play with anything on this table. These toys are here for you to play with. And they're up on the different shelves, and you can play with these toys anytime you want. That's why they're here, if you wanted to play with them. If you could, if you wouldn't mind, the blinky balls that are here, could you make one of them blink for me, please? It might be a little hard to gather energy, or maybe you just don't want to, and that's fine too. Now, I also have those over there, so if you walk in that direction towards the candles, that motion sensor will be able to sense you, and it will light up. And the flashlight is over there as well. And don't be afraid to use these tools. These tools will not hurt you at all. They are just here to let me know that you're here and that I can talk with you. None of these things will hurt you at all. Would you like to use the spirit box? It is loud, but it's a great tool to communicate with. And it's probably easier than using the other tools. Then again, how would I know, right? I don't know. But it may be easier. It seems like a lot of spirits enjoy using the spirit box, so I assume that it might be a little bit easier to use than some of the other tools. But I will turn it on. Prepare yourself, because it's static as it sweeps through the station. It creates white noise, and then you can talk through it. So, hi, George. I'm Nicole. Can you say my name back to me? Can you please tell me what your actual name is? And if you could try to speak as loudly as possible. How old are you? What year did you pass away? Where did you live when you were alive? Is there anything you would like to tell me about your passing? Are you a child? If you are a child, are you a little boy? Are you a little girl? Are you an adult? If you are an adult, are you a man? Are you a woman? When you passed away, what was the first thing you saw? Did someone greet you when you crossed over? If someone greeted you, who was it? Do you interact with the other spirits here? to say? Would you like me to shut off the spirit box? Okay. I know it's very loud. It's a very loud device. But it is useful if you want to communicate. And it's a good way, even though sometimes, a lot of times, I don't hear anything in real time. I have to go back and listen. But it's good to have answers to questions because it allows me to get to know you better and, to understand how you got to be here with me. And I can only hope that you enjoy being here with me. I enjoy your energy and I enjoy you being here. And, we have cats that, I can say that my cat Ben, particularly, he definitely plays with something that isn't there at night. When I go to bed, he even makes like crazy sounds, like he's running all over the place. And it's not like typical cat zoomies. Because cats can get zoomies and, they can run around like crazy. He's definitely playing with something. And so I'm trying to figure out, this is why I ask the question a lot, like if the cats are being interacted with, because I would love to know who's playing with Ben. Ben has a grand old time with something that I can't see, but he can. And so I always try to find out who's playing with him, because he's having a great time, and it's great to see him playing with a spirit. And obviously whoever is playing with Ben and is enjoying themselves and adores Ben just as much as I do. And so it would be nice to know who that is. But before I do end this session, it's been a pretty short session. It's only been about 24 minutes. But before I go, again, you can play with any of these toys. You can play with the dinosaurs, with anything. There's a big ball over there that has glitter in it. You could roll that, you can roll that around. You can roll the blinky balls. If you touch the blinky balls, it'll make them blink. Then we have those back there. You can go over there and mess with those if you'd like. It's completely up to you. And I'll just give you a couple of minutes. I won't say anything. I'm just going to let you do whatever you want to do for the next minute or two. And if you want to play, play. If you don't want to play, don't play. If you want to go check out those tools over there, you can. And if you don't, that's okay too. But I'll just give you this minute, and I'm not going to say anything. And I'm going to let you do whatever you'd like. Okay, I am just going to take a couple of pictures and then we can end this session. Okay. Well, thank you so much, George. I really appreciate you using your energy to communicate with me. I've seen this go off. I let you do your own thing, and this was the lights on this thing were dancing. And so I appreciate you interacting with me and talking to me. And when I listen back, I hope that I can hear some responses and get to know you a little better. And, I hope that, everybody in YouTube world has enjoyed, seeing this interaction. And like I said, George has a really sweet spirit. He doesn't have a really sweet spirit. He is a really sweet spirit. He's wonderful. And, it's very childlike, it's very playful, it's very innocent. And he is just an absolute joy to have as a part of our family. And I am looking forward to going through the EVP recording and the spirit box session and listening back and hoping I can find out more and have a name and see if you're a child or an adult and really get to know you better. That way I can start calling you your actual name if you gave it. So until next time, I will see everybody in YouTube world in the next one. And thank you, George. I adore you. I love you. And I appreciate you. Bye.